Hi and welcome to today's video. Again, there's been a little bit of progress being made on the layout over the last week or two. Let's say the station or the warehouse here is coming along nicely, and I've added an extra little bit of a platform in. I've also been doing some work here. I wanted another building to go in this place to cover one of the LCC nodes, so I came up with this design. This was the first building really I've done using Fusion, so that's been a little bit of a learning curve for me, but I'm very pleased with the way this has turned out. I say, moving off from SketchUp, which I still will use for certain things, but I thought let's really progress with my learning on using Fusion after all the tutorials we've been given by Malcolm Asker and Russ Davies within the Merg 3D Special Interest Group. So I've also been doing a bit of work in this area. I created this platform which I'll show you now. So this building is coming along. I need to do some of the car park area here and some other bits and pieces. I then wanted a little bit of a platform, so I thought this would do here. Simple design. Again, this has been done in Fusion, just to get my head around some of the basics of using that software. And here you can see the other building, which, as I say, I'm quite pleased. Still got more weathering to do on it, but this I think just made it look different from the usual brickwork buildings that I've been doing in the past. Then in this area I thought I would look at using the same design platform that was on the previous one I just showed you, but I thought I'd go with more wooden tops on it, and obviously it's disused. This shows here where we've got broken planks within it, and this will also get more weathering and sort of blending in to give it a bit more realistic use, I think. So the other thing I've been doing is but I'm not sure if I'd shown this on the previous videos, but I've started adding the fence work on top of the canal, so obviously the people can't fall off it. And then I say this section here is still very much a work in progress as I try to decide what I'm going to fit into this area, but I'm quite pleased with the way it's going. Then this was a wagon that I showed how I altered it previously so I could put a crane on it. This crane is just one I got off Thingiverse and then just mounted it on the back of the wagon for sort of unloading stuff from this line here which comes in, which is really my programming track, but it gives me something to sort of use it for as well within the layout. And again in this section I haven't done anything yet, but this is now going to be the next thing to be worked on. I think now I've decided I'm going to use an ESP32 node with the MCP 23017, which I've been testing over the last few weeks. So that gives me 24 inputs. Now that will be enough to cater for all the block detection units, which are these kits here, which, as I say, these will now be improved and sort of located properly. Obviously here's all the different connections coming from each track section, so I'm going to start doing that in the next week or two. Hopefully I will progress this before I disappear for my next summer vacation. So there's quite a bit of work done. As I say, the ESP32 node is working the way I want it to, so that will be coming into here. Obviously when I do the mimic panel for this section, I'm probably going to be using the Arduino Mega. Now here is an Arduino Mega here, but that's running Samurai, and this one has gone faulty on me, so hence why I've got to do some work in this area, because I need the block detection to work so I can then start doing some train automation. And I hope once I come back from the vacation we'll start seeing more trains running on the layout. So, you know, that's hopefully where I'm sort of going with this. So the thing is, when building a model railway or a layout, you probably don't appreciate how much work and effort goes into getting it all done, and you're constantly changing ideas, and you see things. I watch a lot of YouTube videos of other people's layouts, and I'm always inspired by what they're able to do, and it makes me want to sort of push this a little bit more. You know, at first the idea was just to have something running and a bit of automation. It then grew to very much scenic, you know, because I am really a railway modeller and into my dioramas as well as the electronics. So the channel sort of is a bit strange channel really, because I've delved into so many different things in the hope that it inspires you to see, well, what you can do, you know, if you want to build a layout. You know, so hence why I did pick programming and all the other bits and pieces to show you what, you know, what's available to you out there. Now, obviously with the LCC side of it, that now is sort of coming along nicely, and that's taken a little bit more of my time up, but I think it's going to be worthwhile, you know. And I think the CAN bus side of it, because I have had people saying, well, why don't I go with the Wi-Fi? Now, the thing with the Wi-Fi at the moment is I'm not sure how many LCC nodes we'll be able to have running on the PC with JMRI as a connection. Now, some people are saying, why not look at the ESP32 now or ESP now, because you can tie up so many nodes within that, and that does look an interesting way of doing things. But as I say, for me, having a two-wire bus running around the layout, that just seems a logical way to do it for me. It's not adding much more cost, but I might throw in the odd little node where I'm going to struggle in getting the two-wire bus to it. Maybe that'll have some Wi-Fi nodes on the layout in the future as well. So this is something, you know, I'm looking at all the different options out there available to us. So anyway, hopefully that's give you a bit of an insight where I'm up to on the layout, what I've been doing. You know, it's nice to see that more people have started subscribing to the channel, and the more people that subscribe to it, it actually inspires me to do more work and make more, you know, things available to you as a group to let you learn from it. So I'd like to thank everybody who has liked, commented and subscribed over the last few months. Thank you very much, and I'm going to say bye for now and see you probably after my next vacation.